Okay, what's up, guys? So, I had seen this news drop. Jenna Marbles quitting YouTube, and personally, if it was some racist tweets that she came out with back in the day, if it was a racist video that she came out with back in the day, regardless of whatever the situation is, I don't care. I don't care. I hope one day, she realizes that you have a lot more people that care about you, and overall they want you. I mean, if this is what she wants to do, she wants to quit YouTube and move on to bigger and better things, she can very well do that too. I feel like that is like the all-time goal with YouTube. Build up something and then work your way up on something bigger, than YouTube. But yeah, I personally don't think she should have quit. And I guess it was over a couple of videos she did. And yeah, let's go ahead and see what this video is all about. I hope Jenna Marbles come back. But anyways,
All right, so I get it. Feel like we're at a time.
I did open this video up earlier. Go and refresh the page.
All right, so I get it. Feel like we're at a time where we are purging ourselves of anything and everything toxic, and I'm being requested that I address things that I've done in my past. I also get a lot of tweets from people that are saying, like, we love you, you unproblematic queen, which always makes me uncomfortable because I'm a person. Those of you that are familiar with how long
I
I've been
feel
on the
that.
internet know that that's not true.
I
That
feel what she's saying there. It's just people, they set person on a pedestal or a throne, and I'm like, look, just treat me as if I wasn't this YouTuber with millions of subscribers or somebody that you would consider famous. Like, treat me as if I was just a friend of yours or somebody that you would see walking down the street. But I don't want you to like bow down to me, kiss my shoes, like, kiss my hand or any of that stuff. Like, just treat me like a regular person. Just treat me as if you just like, yeah, you didn't know any of my fame or any of that stuff. Like, I'm not like, YouTube. I feel like that they shouldn't have that like form of pressure. Like, if I do motivate you, if I'm there for you in some sort of way, or if I entertain you with my videos, cool. I like appreciate you, showing that like form of love to me. But when it's like some stuff like that where I'm just, like you're coming up with my character for me. Like, if there's some things I'm regretful for in the past and that's like what's on my mind, like, let me think that and stuff. If you wanted like send words of wisdom, I would appreciate it. But yeah, it's just I don't want people to like make me seem like that I'm like perfect one, like every single day 24/7. Like, I'm not perfect. Nobody is perfect. So that's even more so a reason why I just don't think she should quit. Like, there's so many things that people like still till this day where they had a crazy past, but they're still following their dreams. They're still following their goals. So that's I'm like, I look, the Jenna Marbles, like, it's cool you came out with an apology and stuff, but I don't know. Let's see this video. Let's see, if there's maybe more to it and things.
I've definitely done things in the past that weren't great, and I'm not completely unproblematic. And I've tried my best to grow up and to be a better person. And first and foremost, I want everyone to know that I've always been a two-way street, and that any time that you criticize me and tell me that you would like me to do better or to do something differently, that I always try to do that. And I try to make fun content, inclusive content, things that don't offend people or upset people, and that's kind of where I am. There's a couple things that people want me to address and apologize for, and I'm happy to do that, because what I want from the people that I support and that I like is to have accountability and to know that I'm supporting someone whose morals and values align with my own. And yeah, there's things in my past I'm not proud of, And I'm
A lot of
getting
people are
tweets
like
from
that.
people saying, why have you privated all these old videos? And I've spent a lot of the last few days privating almost all of my old content. And I'm sorry if any of that holds any nostalgia for you, but I'm literally not trying to put out negative things into the world. I think there was a time.
I see, because Jenna Marbles, I do remember watching some of her videos back in the day. I cannot think of a time where I felt offended, or if I was upset, or if I felt weird watching her videos. Like, I watched her videos, I found them entertaining, and I moved on. If there was a video that I did not like, I just would not watch it. But I'm not going to overall like bring it up like 10 years later, where I just feel like that everybody, they're just using what's going on in this world as like a way of overall like just like whoever they hate, like they want to like dig up their past and dig up their history and stuff. And I'm like, that's just somewhere it's just you see that, and then they become of this like cancel culture or something. And I'm like, man, like this, the cancel culture needs to be canceled. That's if anything. But there's people that like, if none of this, I feel like if none of this stuff would have happened, Jenna Marble still would be making videos still to this day and stuff. So that's why I'm like, this cancel culture, that if anything needs to be canceled, that needs to be canceled.
When having all of my old content exist on the internet showed how much I have grown up as a person, which I'm very proud of. And
It's like that with a lot of people.
I think
Even videos
now,
I've uploaded back in the past, I'm like, I've grown
hard
since then.
for that content to exist at all, because I think people watch it and don't bother to look at when it was posted, or care about what path I took to get to where I am. It offends them now, and if that's the case, where people will watch something and be offended now, I don't want it to exist. So I've privated a lot of my old content because I just don't want anyone to feel upset about anything. I don't want to contribute to that. I don't care. I don't care. I just don't care. I don't want someone to watch something and feel hurt or offended now for any reason at all. The first two things that I would like to address is the fact that there are people that were offended that I did blackface as Nicki Minaj in 2011, and I'll show you the clip. It's incredibly cringy and embarrassing. This is private. It has been private for quite some time, but it looks like this. And I do just want to tell you that it was not my intention to do blackface. This is the end of the video.
That's the thing though with Jenna Marbles, like back in the day. In a lot of her videos, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but back in the day, wasn't she tan? Because that's like one of those like spray tan things or whatever it was. But wasn't she tan in a lot of her videos back in the day? I'm saying, like, my thing is that there's far more worse content on YouTube than that. I'm like, I wouldn't even think twice of her blackfacing or anything. And it's like, it's not, I don't know. I guess some people might consider it blackfacing, but my thing is like, no, you're like purposely painting. You're looking like me. Your skin complexion is like me. What she had going on, that was a tan. That was a tan. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but back in the day, like a lot of her videos, like she was tan. So my thing is that, it's just, there's so much. I just think that that's just people just getting a little bit too offended. Like, it's, and if she is supposed to, like, apologize to anybody, I feel like the only person that she should apologize to is Nicki Minaj. But anybody else, like, speaking for Nicki Minaj or answering for Nicki Minaj or any of that stuff, like, you're not Nicki Minaj. And if you are offended by it, I'm sorry that you feel that way. But my thing is that there's going to be far more worse things than Jenna Marbles pretending to be Nicki Minaj in the video. There's going to be far more worse things that you deal with in life. That's why I'm like, I've dealt with so much racism in my life where I most likely had seen that video at the time of it being uploaded, and still dealing with so much racism from when I was in school, from like walking down the street, from like petting a dog. For the too many people, just a little fun fact about me, there's a time where I was just, me and my friends, we were just walking up the street, getting ready to go to our school, have a water balloon fight in this big giant field, our old school. But I was just getting ready to pet a dog. And this old lady from her window, old white lady, gonna call me and my friends the N-word, like us, 3 times. She called us the N-word 3 times. Just because I was getting ready to pet a dog. And that's what her words were. It's like, you better not touch that dog, you dumb N-word. And I'm supposed to compare a Jenna Marbles video to that. That's why I'm like, look, I just think that there's people, you have not dealt with enough racism. You have not dealt with enough things that have offended you. I learned about racism. I studied that stuff from when I was a child. So that's, and I knew, and I just felt like that was a sign, that was some sort of sign of like me, like younger me, like, okay, I know I'm gonna have to deal with this stuff when I'm younger, so I might as well prepare for it now. I was learning about like slavery, racism in the 50s and 60s when it was at its prime. And a Jenna Marbles video, that's what's gonna do it for me. Her pretending to be Nicki Minaj. I just personally think people are just a little bit too offended nowadays, or it's just this cancel culture. You guys just need to find a much more stronger reason. Like, if this girl was like actively, she was still doing this today and was calling people the N-word, and she was just like being racist today and things, and okay, cancel her. But if this is like some old video and she only did it like one time, if she did do it multiple times, whichever, whatever, it doesn't matter though. Like, is she still doing that today? Does Nicki Minaj even know of those videos? I'm saying, like,
I took my wig off. I don't know how else to say this, but it doesn't matter, because all that matters is that people were offended, and
it's like too offended.
Them, and for that, I am so unbelievably sorry.
And I'm not saying like you are allowed to do that. Like, obviously, don't blackface, don't do it one time. Oh, because TMossBoss say, oh, it's okay if you only do it one time. No, it's not okay to do it at all. But if you're not thinking, if you're doing it for a comedy skit, if you're doing it for comedy reasons and stuff, and you're not aware of how offended, that's why I'm like, I just kind of like, just put that energy out there, like, be cautious of what you put on the internet and stuff, because somebody would be out there, they're like, oh my god, I'm so triggered and offended by this video and things, and yeah, honestly, then it's, you're put in some situation like this where, you apologize, quit YouTube, or you don't quit YouTube, or whichever and things, but overall, I personally just think that, you should not be that offended over that. There's going to be far more worse things. I'm just saying, there's going to be far more worse things that you deal with in life. And and I'm once again not saying that it's okay to do these type of things. If she apologized for it, apologize for it. Take the videos down, whatever. But I just feel like that people, you're gonna be holding grudges or getting on this girl every single day for that. I honestly feel like that you're the ones that just don't need to be on YouTube. And I don't know, people are gonna probably be upset over when I'm saying things, but that's facts. That is legitimate facts. There's people that most likely have been motivated by this girl to become a YouTuber themselves, and for her to not be here, there's going to be people like coming onto the platform, and they're going to be they might come across her channel and things, and then see that, oh, she quit YouTube and stuff, and then they think like, oh, it's okay to quit YouTube, or so they don't follow through with their dreams of becoming a YouTuber. Like, that's messed up. There's so many people in this world that overall could have, like, if she still would have been doing videos today, they could have been watching her videos like as in like motivation to do videos themselves. I mean, yeah, there's videos still up, but I just feel like that the energy, the person still needs to be there, like, for them to be gone. Like, I just hope, like, she's just thinking about quitting for now, but I just hope, like, she does come back eventually.
This isn't okay, and it hasn't existed on the internet for a long time because it's not okay. And I haven't done anything remotely like that because I heard people say, this is blackface, and I don't like that, and I just would never want to put that into the world. So this has been private for a long time, but I do want to tell you how unbelievably sorry I am if I ever offended you by posting this video or by doing this impression. and that was never my intention.
And that's one thing for sure. I'm like, I've been in a situation where I dealt, like, not YouTube related stuff, but it was like some personal like matters outside of YouTube that I was dealing with. And to come out, because I was that close. If it wasn't for my best friend Priscilla, part of Four Souls and stuff, if it wasn't for her like convincing me and telling me not to quit, because I was so close and I almost was like on the edge of crying. Like, that is a hard thing to do, to come out and say that you want to quit the one thing that you love doing. That's why I'm like, something like that, man, it was so hard for me. Like, that bus ride, like, going home and then thinking, like, this is what I'm going to do when I go home. And it's like, you know what you're going to say and all of that. And I'm like, to come out with that video, that is literally the hardest thing ever. It is. It's even hard for me to take a break. I don't want to take a break from YouTube. But to quit YouTube, oh, I would be devastated. I seriously would be. That's why I'm like, look, if there is, I'm like, accept my apology, but you got to move on. You can't hold no grudge against the person over, like, what, one video. Like I said, there's going to be far more worse things in this world that you deal with, and a Jenna Marbles video is going to be the least thing that offends you out of all of the things that you're going to have to deal with. If you're fortunate enough to only deal with a Jenna Marbles video, thank God for that. Thank God for that. But for me, I had to say, I guess I am fortunate to have dealt with like other forms of racism. So then, me seeing a Jenna Marbles video, it's like, all right, whatever. Like, I'm not gonna, lose any sleep over what she said or did. So
it's not okay. It's shameful. It's awful. I wish it wasn't part of my past. The next thing that I want to address. Okay, this is also from 2011. A bad year for me in judgment, apparently. This video is called Bounce That Dick. This has also been made private. I don't want to offend anyone. I'm not interested in it. I'm not interested in making anyone feel bad, in case you haven't noticed. Here's the clip. I will play it for you. Here, hold on, let me remind you. So as you can see, I said, hey Ching Chong Wing Wong, shake your King Kong Ding Dong. Sorry, that was racist. I'm bad at rap songs.
Yeah, I did see Timothy. He goes by a different name now, but Timothy D. Ghetto. He was. If you can see, that was the dude that was like on the side of her and stuff. And I don't know, like, I guess, like, that is offensive, but apologize for it, but I just don't think that that's just something to, like, because, no, for an example, Lil Pump, the rapper, he came out and it was pretty much another situation where, it's the same situation, he came out in a rap song, he said some stuff mocking, Asian people, and a lot of people got upset over it. He apologized, he censored that part of the song out, but he is still rapping till this day. Because why? That is something that he loves doing. So that's why I'm like, look, I can't speak on Asian people. I don't know how they necessarily would feel over some stuff like that. But I would imagine how they feel over with the blackface situation. They probably just, they can't speak on it either. But I would imagine there's probably a lot of Asian people that just all like, it's not that serious. It's not that deep. I'm just saying, if you've dealt with a lot of racism, overall, of something like that, it's not going to be offensive. So I'm saying, like, don't go out and try to find racism. But I'm just saying, like, there's, like, for the third, fourth time, you're gonna be dealing with far more worse things than that.
It's awful. It doesn't need to exist. It's inexcusable. It's not okay. I'm incredibly sorry if this offended you. Then, now, whenever. It doesn't need to exist. It shouldn't have existed. I shouldn't have said that.
And then that's just my question. How many black people and Asian people have overall, been watching, like, might have seen those videos at the time or watching Jenna Marbles, or you've seen Jenna Marbles now, and you've seen those videos, and answer it truthfully. Were you offended? Were you offended by those two videos that she showed? Because I'll tell you right now, if I was Asian and I'm black, I'm not offended. I don't even feel offended. I honestly would not care. If I seen those videos, I seen them. Oh well. So I'm saying there's just it's far more worse things on YouTube. There's far more worse things that's been done. There's and like I just like to just bring this up. There was a YouTuber that I had to that I was beefing with like 5 years ago. He was actively coming out with like videos talking badly on white people and things. And it wasn't like it was just like, oh, it was a mistake, I didn't mean to do it. Like, no, this man was doing some racist stuff. And I don't know necessarily if he does have, because I've seen that he hadn't uploaded in months, but I don't know if he still has access or control to his channel. But it's like he was promoting that and YouTube did not do anything about it. So I'm saying, like, if YouTube were to do it, I think I would have to be a part of a riot or a protest if YouTube took down Jenna Marbles' channel or videos or any of that stuff, or her channel and things over that. And I'm like, you guys have full on like racist YouTubers. Wasn't there like a neo-Nazi girl that was on YouTube like 2-3 years ago or something? I'm saying there's far more worse things on YouTube, but to pinpoint those videos out and make it seem like that, oh, these are the worst videos on YouTube right now, like, y'all deal with some like legit, like, go read some history books, go see what people actually had to deal with, having dogs and water hoses turned on them and things just because they wanted to eat in a restaurant or drink from a fountain or ride in the front of the bus. There is far more racist things that happen in this world than a Jenna Marbles video.
Ever. It's not cool, it's not cute, it's not okay. And I'm embarrassed that I ever made that. Period. The next thing I would like to apologize for is a video that I posted in 2012 and made private shortly thereafter. This was one of the hardest years of my life, and I made a video that came across unbelievably slut-shamey. And I'm sorry. I just fucked up. I ranted about girls that ran around and slept around, and that's wrong. I had a lot of internalized misogyny, I feel like, at that time in my life, and I'm sorry if I ever offended you with the things that I said in that video. And that video's been private for a long time. It does not reflect my attitude towards anyone in their bodies, and that's really been eating me up inside for a long time, and I just wanted to tell you I'm sorry if I ever made you feel bad about yourself or your choices or anything. There's no one demanding an apology for that video of me right now, but I'm like, just, you know what, put it on my tab. Here's another thing I'm sorry for. I'm also sorry for
so the fact that she came out and apologized for a video that was like, it wasn't even brought up and things, that just shows like this girl is like, you know, she really does feel bad for the stuff that she's done in her past. Should that speak for her future? No.
I used to make a lot of content about like what girls do and what guys do, and I know at the time there are a lot of people that enjoyed those videos, but I have privated all of them because I don't think that making jokes about your gender is funny. And I know that there's a lot of people,
like, for a split second, her cat like scared the life out of me. I was about to seriously scream like, Jenna, run, because I didn't know what that was at first. But I don't know, I guess to add some comedy to the video. It's just sad though to see this girl like deal with this and things, like, you know, it's messed up, man.
With their identity, and that have varying fluid identities or anything. And I just don't want content in the world that's like, I don't know, just doesn't make sense. You know, it doesn't make sense. It can be hurtful, it can be harmful, and I don't want it there. Another thing that I would like to address is when people tweet at me, I can't believe you'd be friends with this person or follow this person that's racist or, you know, done these terrible things. And the only thing I would like to say is that I'm just a person trying to navigate the world the same way that you are.
Yeah.
So I don't always.
And that's something like, yeah, people, they making it seem like that, oh, their friends list or, you know, the people that they know in life that they're following or friends with, and, you know, like they're perfect. Knowing they probably got family, friends, cats, dogs that have done some evil things before. So that's why I'm like, yeah, at least at some point in time in your life, you are going to have like a friend or a family member that's done some crazy stuff. And that's why I'm like, I don't know. I've reached to a point in time in my life where I'm an adult now. I'm a grown man. I shouldn't be carrying on like a child, holding grudges towards people, giving people the silent treatment because of a video or whatever they came out with back in the day or whatever their past, you know, says for them. But is that past going to speak for their future? Are they actively doing that stuff now? If they are not actively doing that stuff now, there should be no problem. So that's why I'm like, I'm sorry, but I can't be on the cancel culture side for this, like, to me, it doesn't matter.
What's right, what's wrong, what the truth is,
Maybe there's
and
some, but
I'm
to
just
me,
trying my best. As someone clearly with their own past that they're not proud of, I do just try to see people for who they are right now, today, and that they're not defined by their past. And
it's
I
true.
understand. I'm trying to do the same thing that you are, and support and be friends with people that I'm proud of and that I love. And I'm just know that I'm doing my best. And I don't know, I try to just do what I can, and I'm not trying to let anyone down or hurt anyone or upset anyone. I'm just not. That being said, I've privated a lot of my old content. I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to offend anyone. I don't. In case you guys haven't noticed, there's no sponsors on this channel. I'm not trying to sell you anything. Like, I'm literally just here to have a good time, and I don't think I'm having a good time. And it seems like maybe some other people aren't having a good time. So for now, I just can't exist on this channel. Hopefully I've taken down anything that would upset someone, and I hope you know that that's just not my intent. That's not what I ever set out to do, to hurt anyone's feelings or to make anyone feel bad. So I don't want to be like upset while I say this, so give me a second. So I think I'm just gonna move on from this channel for now. I don't know if that's forever. I don't know how long it's gonna be. I want to make sure that the things that I put into the world are not hurting anyone, and yeah, I'm just gonna stop for now or forever. I don't know. I would probably take this video down because it's embarrassing, and just let whatever just live and just be. That's it. I want to say thank you for your support, for those of you that care about me and have been watching me for a long time. I appreciate it. I want to hold myself accountable, and it's painful to do it, and it's not fun, and it hurts, and I'm ashamed of.
That was a dog. It wasn't a cat. I thought it was a cat. I thought she did have cats at one point. I don't know, but it was scary. Whether whether it was a cat or a dog. Maybe it was both. I don't know. But anyways, nah, it's just, I don't know, to add some comedy to the video, because it is just sad to see somebody deal with some stuff like this, man. Like, I've been in that state before where it's like I've came, like, close to quitting YouTube, and that had to been the hardest thing for me to ever, like, imagine doing. And, like, that's something I just, like, I just feel like that how successful YouTube has really been for me. And to some, it might not be that successful, but to me, I had to say that I haven't seen myself in this state where I'm, like, up late at night recording videos and things in a while, like, in years. So to accomplish either the little that I've done or the many things that I've done, it and even then, like, I felt like even then I had accomplished so many things. And to get to that point where I'm like, I'm done. Like, I can't do it no more. And because of the personal issues that I was dealing with in life, and it was like small little signs and stuff that kept me with, of course, like, my best friend, she overall, like, convinced me and told me, like, don't quit YouTube. And then it was crazy. I was wearing these so there's for those that don't follow sports, there is this basketball player named Kevin Durant, and he came out with these shoes, and the color scheme for those shoes was a YouTube color scheme. So it's these like crazy, like, YouTube looking shoes. On the tongue of the shoe, it has YouTube on it. Going all across, it has all these different, like, emblems and stuff. And I just sat down and just took, like, a good look at those shoes and was like, I have invested so much time into YouTube. where it would not make any sense, where I have accomplished and have done so much in the years that I have been doing it, just to turn around and quit. And you know what? Jenna Marbles, if she quits, if she comes, like, she quits and she's gone forever, she will always be a OG YouTube legend. If she comes back, thank God. Because I'm like, nobody over whatever they did in their past, because there's people that have done far more worse in their past than she has, and they're still here today doing YouTube videos, comedy skits, music, a bunch of stuff, acting in movies. I'm saying, like, there has been far more worse things that people have done. And if that is the one thing where it's like, this girl had to been like, she was forced to quit YouTube over it, nah. I'm sorry, but I can't support that. I'm sorry, but I can't.
Things I've done and said in my past, but
like, this girl is like visibly distraught.
Yeah, I hope this.
And it ain't. And I look, and if it wasn't a serious thing where I'm like, you bring it up, talk about it. But this girl is she not only the fact she's distraught over what she did in her past, but it's like, this is what she loved doing. She loved doing this at one point. She had fun doing this. And the fact that had to been taken away from her because of a few videos that she uploaded, like, I'm sorry, but I can't be with that. I would rather have this girl, apologize, get it, like, out your system and stuff, but don't quit YouTube. Don't quit YouTube.
Felt like something that you needed to hear from me, and I'm not sure that I want to.
Because with I can't speak on the other two things, but with the blackface case, coming from a black person, I do not care. And I highly encourage anybody out there that is black and you have been offended by that video, you should not care. It should not be something that offends you. And if it does, I'm sorry that you were offended by it. But I'm saying, like, there's going to be far more worse things that you're going to have to deal with in life. Rather, you're going to have to deal with racist co-workers. You're going to have to deal with racist customers. You're going to have to deal with racist people on YouTube. You're going to have to deal with racist neighbors. There's going to be so many things. And that's why I'm like, your grandparents or great-grandparents, imagine the stuff, especially if they're black, imagine the stuff that they had to go through back in the day. And most likely, then the stuff that's going on in the world now. Do you really think, I'm saying, like, the black people that have, like, dealt with some racist situations, what would you think they rather deal with? Like, a cop accusing them of, just, being a black person walking up and down the street? Or do you think they'd rather have that scenario or them watching a Jenna Marbles video? I'm saying, like, there's just going to be things in this way. Let me finish off the video, because...
And I don't want to put anything out in the world. It's going to hurt anybody. So I need to be done with this channel for now or for forever. I don't know. So, alright. Good talk. See you guys.
I'm like, because I can't be with that. I can't be with that. There's like far more worse things that I've personally dealt with, to where I see those videos and I'm like, I would not think twice of it. I would not be offended. I would not be upset. And I just know how important it is for a person that loves being on YouTube. Like, I know how that feels. I know that feeling. And I remember even the beginning of quarantine when I was dealing with, I was like depressed in the beginning of quarantine. I was dealing with some personal issues in my life. And I was so depressed. And honestly, that was like the stuff that I was thinking about. Because I'm like, I don't want to like display that, like that character and stuff in videos and things. So I did take like a little break from recording. But I still had like a bunch of videos like pre-recorded and a bunch of other stuff that I could have overall worked on. And it was, and then even going all the way back to when I like was dealing with like another personal issue in my life and things, where I honestly, and it was like, and it was about YouTube. It was about YouTube and stuff, but it was like, it was about YouTube, but it was outside of YouTube. It's just, I think it was more so, it's just like not having a strong support system. That was one thing that like really got to my head and stuff with YouTube, was like not having a strong support system. So I'm saying, if it wasn't for my best friend Priscilla, if it was not for her being in my life and convincing me and telling me do not quit YouTube, I honestly do not know where I would have been at. I would have not been recording this video. I probably wouldn't even have thought twice about Jenna Marbles quitting YouTube. So that's why I'm like, I most likely all these videos, like, and that happened like last year. I can't remember exactly when last year, but they're most likely, let's say if it was like from this exact day all the way up until like, yeah, from like last year's June, like, 27th and stuff. If like those, all of the videos I've uploaded since then, podcast episodes, music, all of these different things that I have done, none of that, TikTok videos, anything that I would have posted, video related, would have not been posted if I did not know. So I'm saying like having a strong support system, having people, because trust me, if I would have been next door neighbors, if I would have been roommates, if I would have had some sort of relation to Jenna Marbles to convince her and to tell her this is not the way, please do not do this. I'm saying like, and that's overall. And I remember being at the bus stop and I was so depressed and I was so sad because I'm like, when I get home, I know the first thing I'm going to have to do is come out with this video saying that I'm done with YouTube. I'm going to quit YouTube. And I swear, I cannot thank her enough. Like, that is like, I swear on everything in my life. Priscilla is the truest blessing in my life. Like, I'd like to have somebody like that. And I remember I posted about it. Like, I told her and I posted about it on social media saying, like, like to my, like, close friends on Facebook and stuff that, dang, like, when I get home, I'm overall going to have to make this video, like, talking about how I'm going to quit YouTube and stuff. And there have been people that I have known for years, almost my whole life. Nobody has said nothing. There's maybe like a couple of people that has said something, but Priscilla, hers was the one, she was actually making sure that I did not quit YouTube because she knew how important this was to me. She knew how important it was to be the person that I wanted to be. Like, and YouTube was overall going to help me become that person. It was overall going to help me become a person I want to be in life. So she knows how important this stuff is to me. And honestly, like I said, if it wasn't for her, it's crazy because that's how we became friends. It was like me being there for her. And it's crazy how years later, in like probably the most toughest time of my life, and getting to that point where I had almost quit, to have her in my life to stop me from doing that. That's something where I'm like, yeah, you gotta have friends like Priscilla. You gotta have friends like that. So that's why I'm like, I see myself like now not ever quitting YouTube, not ever taking a break from YouTube, none of that. And if there is any crazy tweets or crazy videos I came out with back in the day, then I apologize for it. But I'm not going to let that speak for my future. I'm not going to quit YouTube. I'm not going to be a part of this cancel culture. If my name gets to trending on Twitter and people want to cancel me or stop me from posting videos, that is on you. That is on you. And I tell people that time after time after time. If you do not like my videos, stop coming back to my channel. Stop watching my videos. Stop following me and stalking me on social media. But I am not going to quit my passion, quit my dream because you don't like what I'm doing. And if it comes off as offensive, if it comes off as something that let you in a bad situation, whatever I did, I truly apologize for that. But I am not. I'm telling you guys right now, I will never, ever, as long as I live, quit YouTube. Even when I am an old man, if YouTube is still a thing then, guess who's going to be 90-something years old, still making videos talking about, hey, what's up, guys? Reaction video or a gaming video or a new song is releasing or any of that stuff. I will be 90 years old still doing what I'm doing. I don't ever see myself saying that I'm going to retire or I'm going to quit or I'm going to do. If I am going to quit anything, it's going to be something that's driving me away from YouTube. That's it. But overall, to quit YouTube, to quit with like entertaining, and that's honestly, that is the main reason. And I feel like that is the main reason why a lot of YouTubers came onto the platform back. Because I think she started like around the time I started, like 2010 or 9, maybe. It was like around that time, maybe a couple of years prior. 2010. Okay, so a lot of YouTubers or people back then, their main goal, and still till this day now, their main goal is to entertain people, to keep people entertained. And for that to like reach a changing point for her where it's like, and then she feels like that she's not like entertaining people, or I mean she has to overall know that she is, but to reach that point where you quit, that's why I'm like, I'm more so upset at the fact that she quit than that blackface video, or yeah, blackface. Honestly though, was it really blackface? Was it really? There, as far as I'm telling you, this Shirley Temple blackface, and that girl still had a career. There's so many people that have blackface and they still have a career till this day. I know a lot of people, they like to get on Robert Downey Jr. for portraying as a black character in Tropic Thunder. And that man had one of the most iconic scenes in Marvel movie history. So I'm saying, like, it's just certain things where I'm like, it should not be offensive. And then there's certain things that should be offensive. If that person is still offending people till this day, then that's offensive. But if they apologize for it and they're trying to move on from that past, it should not be offensive. So I'm saying, like, a person should just accept another person's apology and move on with their life. If you can't do that, then I'm sorry, but you're acting like a child. And I shouldn't, and I shouldn't say that to people, like I overall, because if you are offended, then I'm sorry that you feel that way. But you should not be holding this over this girl's head that, oh, she came out with these videos a few, like, years ago. Nobody ain't even talking about those videos. Nobody ain't even worried about those videos. You're the only one that's worried about those videos. This girl has fans that love and care for her, that want to see nothing but the best for her, and now they can't even see that because the cancel culture wants to cancel this girl's videos. That's what's more upsetting. I'm more upset about that than anything else. So I'm saying, like, Jenna MossBoss, I hope she comes back. And I hope she continues making videos. I don't know how she'll do it. I don't know if she'll do it for, like, she'll be a producer for somebody else, or she'll do, like, something. But I hope she comes back. I hope she does. And I hope that passion that she had all the way from, 2010, when she very first came onto the platform, and all she wanted to do was entertain people, I hope that same passion comes back to her. Because I just don't, I don't know. I don't think that she should have quit YouTube. I don't. I truly, truly don't. So, others might say something different. Others might disagree with me. That's your opinion. I'm still sticking with mine, and there's not going to be one person in this world that changes my mind about it and stuff. You got to learn how to forgive and forget. So, anyways, yeah. Talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.